They like to call me the internet granddad, don't they?
Bat chat, chatting with MattTheBat. You chat, I chat, we chat, I'm fat, chatting with MattTheBat. Yeah!
Hello everybody, and welcome back to your favorite show on the internet, MattTheBat's Bat Shit Show. If it's not your favorite show yet, then f*** you. No, I'm kidding. No, I sincerely hope it will be. Make sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and absolutely destroy the little bell notification, ding! Because these episodes drop weekly, and you're not going to want to miss a beat. We just hit 2,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited. So let's go, let's fucking go. Anyways, I'm MattTheBat, if you couldn't tell already, your mediocre bat host, and this is Bat Chats. It's a series where I interview unique people with unique perspectives, and today I have one of the most interesting guests coming on the show. He's a mate, as they say, of mine from across the pond in the United Kingdom.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He's known for his wonderful covers on YouTube. Everybody, it's my pleasure to welcome Frank Watkinson to the stage. Woo! Come on out, Frank.
Don't try to do an English accent.
I've heard it's rubbish.
It doesn't work. That's getting close to Dick Van Dyke's version.
Thanks for coming on the show, man. How's everything been? Good?
Yeah, fine. It's I would like to say it's really exciting.
It is. Your first talk show experience.
Oh, this is, but basically my life isn't. My life is I'm just a pensioner that plays a guitar occasionally.
Yeah, and you play it really well. I mean, I'm a big fan of your covers. I feel like a lot of other people on the internet, I felt connected through your music to you, and really, I don't know. I love when you upload because it always kind of catches me off guard because you kind of do like a lot of different types of music. It's very special. How did this all start, I guess, is the first place? Because
I've had a guitar for as long as I can remember, and I play just as good now as I did when I first picked one up. So I should be an Eric Clapton or anything like that, but laziness. I put it down to laziness. I won't say lack of skill because but it's a bit of both. I've always liked to play. You hear a song, I want to play that. I love that song, and you find what the chords are and that, and realise you can't play it. The older you get, you start learning things, and you start thinking, I don't actually need to play those hard chords. I can make this simple.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make it simple, I've always wanted to put feeling into it because I like the song and I want to give it justice. So I haven't got the skill to play the guitar to do it, so I try to feel the song and perform it in a not just basically keeping up with the regular, my way.
Yeah.
And that's all I sort of started doing it my way. I'd almost given up the guitar. It was just an occasional thing. And have you heard of Passenger?
I don't believe so.
And you let her go. And you only miss the sun when it starts to snow.
Oh, yes, I know that song. Yeah.
That's Passenger.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not his best song. He's got so many good ones before that.
Okay.
That's his like poppy version. I liked the way he played, but I was never going to play like him. I liked his songs, so I started to cover a few Passenger songs. I posted a few, and then I write. So I don't think much to my songs at all, but I started posting songs that I did. Trouble with songwriting, in the moment, it's the best song you've ever heard until you've posted it, and then listen again and think, what was I doing?
Yeah,
that's not that great. Anyway, but then people started to suggest songs. So like that Snuff song, I'd heard of Slipknot, never heard that song.
Yeah.
And the other one, Death Cab for Cutie and the Growlers. Might be a bit hard to understand, but they're all sort of American groups that are probably massive. But we've got big groups in England that you won't know of.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like. So I've had to find these songs and listen, and people ask, and I started just doing my copies of their songs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it seems it seems to have worked.
Yeah, I mean, it 100% has, and the Slipknot cover is actually how I found you.
Yeah.
And I think like part of that shock value, the shock factor of seeing you play is like you don't fit the typical bill of like a Slipknot fan. You know what I mean? Like it's very intense music, so the fact that you were able to reinterpret it in your style was like, I mean, I saw it and I was like, this is so cool. And I saw a bunch of other covers you did, like Alice in Chains and all that, like all these bands that I'm like, wow, like that doesn't, I wouldn't picture you to be kind of doing those covers, you know? I think that's so cool.
I don't often listen to those bands. I've got so many other things of my own to listen to. But when people suggest these ones, I listen to it, and I have to listen through all the electric effects, because what might mean a lot to somebody, that's fair enough, you know, because everyone's got different tastes. But if I don't like the song, I find it hard to cover.
Yeah,
I can't get into something that I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's not, you know, it could be any song. If I don't like it, it's very difficult to cover in an honest way. That's a good word, isn't it? Honest.
YouTube is not very honest, right? Like the platform is so grandiose and kind of crazy. So to hear you being so honest and raw in your songs is like so cool.
A lot of people don't read, but if they read my profile, if they read or listen to a couple of my chat things, I've absolutely told them that I'm not that good. I've told them, I said I can only play the basic chords and maybe play them quite well, but nothing Eric Clapton, nothing George Harrison or anything like that. People say, we'd love a studio record from you. Well, I don't think I could do that, because I haven't got that perfectionist mentality. What you get with me is here in this room, picking up the guitar, thinking I'll do a song this morning. I've never played a concert. I've never played anywhere in front of anybody. And then I find myself playing in front of thousands of people around the world.
It's crazy. And when you look at your numbers, it's insane. Like you have over 16 million channel views and 413,000 subscribers. I mean, dude, that is crazy. How do you even wrap your head around that number?
It is hard to sort of to get to grips with, but the sad thing about it is anyone else, a professional, would monopolize on that and they'd be making a lot of money. I don't. I make pocket money on it, and it's because it's because I'm not a businessman really. I'm not in it for that. If I'd have thought it was going to get this popular, I should have got a manager. Yeah.
No, I mean it's a lot to juggle, and I think what's really cool about you is like you don't clickbait, but you accidentally clickbaited with "This could be my last song," and I saw you wrote that you accidentally clickbaited it and kind of sent everybody into a frenzy of everyone's like, "Don't go, don't stop playing music," and it's hilarious.
So I had to change the title.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's what I love about you is like you're just so sincere. You're not even trying to go viral, and here you are. It's like, how special is that? That doesn't happen on the internet very often.
No, I get quite a few people asking me my secrets and asking me for advice, and I have no idea. To be honest, if I knew how I got all those subscribers, it's like a lot of things. If you knew how to do it, everyone would be doing it.
Right.
I have no idea, because I only really do sad songs. I don't really do a lot of cheerful stuff. And I think a lot of people thought that my life was a misery. And I was a walking like all day like sad person and that. And I'm
that's
the opposite.
Not how you are.
I am the opposite to that. But I just like the sad songs.
I was gonna say, it seems from afar like you hear your somber music and the songs that you're singing that have very like, you know, emotional lyrics, and it made me think like you've probably seen some shit, you know what I mean? Like you had that sad vibe the first time I saw you, and then I come to know you over the internet just watching your videos, and I'm like, oh, You're a very pleasant dude. You're not like that at all.
No.
And you think that's why people have connected to you?
I think it's because I'm just normal, aren't I? The number of videos I've watched where people will do a song, and there's always one that sticks to my mind, and it was a girl sitting in a room, and she's talking, saying she's got I think she's got a guitar or a ukulele, and he says, play that so-and-so song. She goes, what, now? And he goes, yeah, now. So he goes, okay then. And it was definitely in the room filming. The minute she strummed, that was full-blown studio strumming.
She was
and
faking
singing with all the effects and echo and all that. I thought, well, that's not you. That's not what you sounded like 2 seconds ago while you were talking. You know, and that's what. So I've got nothing against all the studioiness, but don't pretend that that's what you sound like.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
very artificial.
There's a lot of musicians that they can come out with an amazing song, but all right, play it again on the guitar, and it's like this because they've spent ages getting it perfect, haven't they? You know, and I haven't got time for that. Perfection is not my middle name.
One thing about you that I thought was interesting was in one of your interviews, you said that you want to really believe the song. That's a quote you said. I think that's really cool because, as you said, like a lot of people don't believe in what they're singing. And I think the example you gave was like Hallelujah, how people will do the cover online, but they really don't always feel that the passion, or like they don't really relate to the lyrics. They can't get into the zone. And I feel like you do, even with these covers that are like Slipknot covers. Like I think it's so interesting how you're able to do that.
I've seen loads of singers singing like Hallelujah and other sort of big songs, and they're more interested in their performance, their voice, and the hanging on to notes and doing funny little things like that. And they probably don't even know what the song is about.
Right.
They probably have no idea what that song is about and things like that. But when I like to listen to the words, I might have it wrong, but I'll get my own idea. I think, this is pretty sad, this one. This is quite a sad song when you listen to the words.
Right.
But, everyone's got their own way, but that's what I try to do. I try to kind of get into the zone with that song. Sometimes it takes a while because I sometimes think they're so carried away that I'm playing away and I've totally forgotten the words, and I've even got the words in front of me, but I don't look. Gotta do it again because I didn't look.
Why do you think people your age are reluctant to try new music?
I don't want to be horrible here, but some people are old before they should be. Some people get to a certain age, say it's not that old, probably in their 50s, and they get this impression, I'm 50 now. I don't do that sort of thing anymore. I'm 50. I've got to be more adult, and I've got to watch the news every night and talk about politics and be serious, cost of living and all that. Yeah. And they get too old too soon, and music's never. They probably didn't listen to a lot of music anyway, and I certainly don't want to listen to anything new. Whereas if you play like if you obviously love your music. Can you honestly think that when you're 70 you won't?
Yeah, no, yeah, wow.
Because you will, won't you?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
And you'll find the people that like music a lot in their life when they're young will still love it. The only difference is you're a bit older. And sometimes, it's just because you're old, you might have been a heavy metal sort of person, but the older you get, that tends to hurt a little bit more on the ears. You can't take it like you used to. But then you start hearing, even it's like a bit of classical music, and you think, God, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's something that I would have laughed at when I was 16. I'll never, ever not like music.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of older people, you really, to know why they don't want to listen to anything new now, you've probably got to go back, see just how much music influenced them when they were young.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I was actually wondering, like I couldn't figure out the answer to that question, and I've been wondering it for a while.
Somebody posted, amazing. It's amazing to see this old dude doing Radiohead song. Yeah, when that song came out, I think I was 40 something. I wasn't that old. They've been out a long time.
Yeah.
Radiohead. And some of these heavy metal sort of songs, they've been out. So I might be old, but it wasn't when it came out.
Yeah. You watch the internet become a thing, and then you somehow find yourself as a public figure on the internet by accident. Like, I believe you wrote that you uploaded your first video after drinking a bit, and I think it's so funny that it was Liquid Courage that sent you to kind of this massive thing. And it's like, I'm sure you never had expectations of how huge this would be, right?
No. Wow. That's the last. I remember when I heard you on the start of your video, you said you got about 2,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, I remember looking at my subscribers and going, 200 people have subscribed to me. And from day one, they would message and that. And I always read the messages. They got so many in the end, I can't reply to everybody.
Right.
I'll be there all night.
Yeah.
The last reasonable amount was 12,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I was over the moon. 12,000. I thought, wow, 12,000. And then somebody put me on TikTok. I remember one night, I turned the computer on and I looked at my emails and it was like 300 and something email. What's going on the email? Clicked it like that and it was all these people commenting.
Oh my God.
On, I forget what the song was. I think it was In the Aeroplane. No, I think it was, In the Aeroplane Over the Sea one, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That one. And then someone went and posted me again on Instagram, something else. And every time they do that, the subscribers were going, boom, 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 boom. I think I've got 100,000 subscribers in the space of 2 nights.
Oh my God.
I said, it's over 100,000.
That's insane.
And then it just wouldn't stop. I did a podcast with Randy Cantrell. I think he lives in Houston.
Oh, really?
Randy Cantrell, he does podcasts.
Oh, cool.
He was talking about me getting to 1 million. And I don't think it'll get that far because I've been on like 413,000 for quite a long time. So it's trickling now, unless I can knock out another masterpiece. Like I say, I don't know why. I haven't got the secret.
Yeah, because if you had the secret, I would be begging you for answers because...
Yeah,
everyone would be, right?
Probably perhaps the secret is be yourself, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Be yourself and tell the truth.
Right.
Don't try to pretend it's something you're not.
And you see that with a lot of musicians when they play live, they sound nothing like the recordings.
It's a funny thing because I've seen a lot of live musicians really good, like even local ones, really good. And then we made a couple of records, have a listen, and they're awful. Because they've gone over the top.
Right.
But I think a lot of musicians are that, because musicians always want to change, don't they? Always want to experiment, I suppose.
Evolve, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I suppose they evolve, but sometimes they just evolve out of what people wanted them for. I don't think I'll do that.
Have any of these artists ever reached out to you that you've covered?
The Growlers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they posted me on their site.
Oh, that's awesome.
Another one called SYML, and he posted that on his page and says, he said something that was really nice. He said, look at this man doing my song. He said, it's not my song anymore, it's his.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sean James, I think, he does The Guardian and does As I Walk Through the Shadow of the Valley of Death. Anyway, he commented on my version of The Guardian on his site as well.
That's so cool.
What I'm really expecting is a comment like, oh, you got a comment from Passenger. Oh, what's he say? Please stop covering my songs. You're ruining me.
No way. I'm sure so many see it and silently watch too, which is kind of interesting, wondering who have seen them, like which of the artists. I'm sure a lot of people have, right?
Yeah. When I did that Snuff one, I'm pretty sure that Corey, Taylor, must have seen it because the number of people that said they'd messaged him and tagged him. And I thought, oh, please don't do that.
No, that's great. I mean, how flattering is that to have someone cover your music?
Yeah, I don't mind. I suppose I don't mind that, but it's not what I would do. I would never go, oh, like, Joe, I've done your song. Do you want to hear my copy of your song? No.
Right.
I'll do a copy of his song, and if he hears it years later, fair enough. I've got away by then.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the charm of you. You're not interested in studio recordings. You're not interested in fame. You're not interested in playing live, which is kind of crazy because so many people like live to play live. Like that's why I think what sets you apart from the rest. You know, it's pretty cool.
If I wanted to make a living out of it, I'd have to play live.
Yeah.
Because that's where you get the money. And the reason I don't play live is because although I do all these songs, I don't know. I hardly remember the words to a lot of them now. To play live, that's why people get sets. I'd have to get a set amount of songs,
right,
and practice, so that I've got the songs and I've got them in my head. You know,
right.
Well, I'm getting a bit too old to learn. I see me learning 20 songs and then dropping dead before I get on the stage. Yeah, but he knew 20 songs off by heart.
I think it's really interesting because I've always thought that I have this visual of you in like kind of like a small town in England, and I'm thinking like, what do these people think about? Like, do the people in your town know that you do this and watch you and stuff? They don't know.
There's a few. There's my daughter's friends and some of my wife's work friends. They know I do this, but I don't think they realise how many followers I've got.
Right.
Put it this way, I can walk down across my house is a big sports field. I can walk across there, downtown with the dog, through town, go to the bank, go to a shop, come back, and nobody says a word. It's not, oh, that's Frank.
Yeah.
Don't get that.
No paparazzi waiting outside, take a picture.
No.
You ever come to the US?
I've never been. I haven't really got any intentions of going either.
Wow. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. We're not in the best shape right now, as you've probably been hearing.
Americans are a funny breed.
Yeah.
They're a lot of people used to think, oh, English, Americans, we're the same. We're the same. I mean, we may well been the same if you hadn't have thrown us out. I mean, we did a bit of tax. That's all we needed to pay. A bit of tax, and you'd have been gun-free.
Right.
and you would have been able to have an abortion. But no, you know best. Throw the tea overboard.
Yeah, man. I'm worried. I'm very worried about the state of our country.
Yeah.
It's not great. I mean, congrats that Boris is out, right?
Oh.
Congratulations.
You can't put it into words, can you?
Right.
What a clown.
Right.
It acted like a clown. He told lies, barefaced lies. Yeah, if you want to do an English accent, it's with him because he's a fucking, you know, that kind of English.
What did you do for work all these years besides music?
You'd like this. I was a telecommunications technician.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was the telephone man. Yeah, I was, climbing telegraph poles and things like that, and fitting phones and computers, sockets in houses.
So you're good with technology then?
I'm not bad, but it's always advancing. Whatever you get, 6 months later, it's changed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not like my granddad was when he was amazed at how you recorded someone on a cassette player.
Do you feel like you have a healthy relationship with technology in the way that you have like the ability to kind of step off and not be like always on reading comments and always on involved with it? Because I'm on my phone all the time and it's like kills me.
No. I've got a phone. I've got this phone and it's got everything on it. But if I go out, that stays here. I'm
envious because I don't have that relationship with my phone. I am so bad with it. I'm on it all the time. trying to get better about it, but it's just, I grew up with it in my hand, you know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah, but most people did. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's most people did. And when they get to, you know, probably 11 or younger than 11, they want that phone.
Right.
They want that phone, and it's like, you can't blame them because all their friends have gone. You should try like a tech-free weekend.
Right. That sounds good.
On a Friday night, 8 o'clock, right, boom, I'm gone until Monday morning or something like that, or late Sunday night. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Friday night till 8 o'clock Sunday night. Turn off and just go out places and that.
No, that sounds like something I need to do. You're very hard on yourself. I don't know if that's your kind of dry British thing you got going, because I know that you know, I'm self-deprecating as well, but you're very hard on yourself in the comments and stuff like that. Yeah,
but I think we all are, because I've seen good musicians, really clever, that I can't do that, and they've got no followers or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And they sing really good, and they can do anything. And I can't put myself with them.
I see what you mean.
But I say that's why it must be more than the music. It's got to be probably the things I say. I try to be a nice person. Like I said, I try to be. One day I kicked the neighbour's dustbin over. But I made sure it was empty before I did it.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, you're a great guy. I would love to know, like, you know, a lot of people want to connect with you and talk with you, like in the comments and everything like that. Like, what kind of advice would you give someone? I'm 26. I am just kind of like starting to become an adult. Like, I'm trying to get my YouTube career going, and also I have a full-time job on the side. Like, what's the best advice you would have for me at this point?
One of my favourites was I learn from the mistakes from the people that listen to my advice.
That's amazing.
You've got to do... It's a juggling act, isn't it? I had retired. I was posting before I retired, a few years before, but I'd got my house sorted out. I'd got my finances sorted out, and then YouTube's my hobby. It was like, music's always been the hobby. Do you want YouTube to be your job? Because you'll probably find it's a lot harder to work to make any money on.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you can find something really different and you catch on. Mm-hmm. And or do you pursue your career of whatever job you're doing and keep that more like as a hobby? But if you could make money out of that as well, and then wait until you think there's a time now I can leave this job, right, and do this full time. I think too many, what's the saying, running before they can walk. You see it with these, my granddaughters are always watching like these teenage girls doing bloggy things with like, oh, this is me, I got my makeup and we're doing this and that here. I'm an influencer now and all that, and they're nothing. An influencer. I said, how many followers have you got? I've got 20,000 followers. Yeah, like you're going to change the world.
Right. Oh my God.
I don't consider myself an influencer. Never look down upon anyone unless you're trying to help them up. People belittle shop workers or the car wash man and all that. But everyone has to start somewhere. And you're not going to be a famous singer, or you're not going to be anything big if you've got hungry children at home.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much. I mean, as I said, like, this is exactly the type of energy that I want to bring to the series and bring to my show. Just kind people who are talented and actually care about what they're doing and are honest and passionate. And I think that you embody everything that I want this kind of series to be about, and that's why I thought it would be great to have you on. So thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it.
They like to call me the internet granddad, don't they?
They do.
I don't know if you've seen it. I just posted a video today
Your animated music video?
Yes, that's nothing to do with me. I wrote that song in 5 minutes about 10 years, well, 2 or 3 years ago. But what a video.
Amazing.
And that's what I like about this. People ask me if they can do something which is so much better than what I've contributed. And they're happy. I just hope he goes far. I hope he does well.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Well, yeah, I'll link that below so people could check that out. And I'll link, I'll post all your links below so my followers can go check out your music and see what you have to say over on your channel.
Yep. Okay then.
Everybody, I'm MattTheBat, and this was another episode of MattTheBat's Bat Shit Show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the little bell notification. I post these weekly, so you're gonna want to be notified. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for the support and 2,000 followers. And yeah, go check out Frank's stuff and make sure to tune in next week, or else. And this is where you say or else, Frank.
Or else. I don't do or else.
Thank you, man.